Hi, good morning, and welcome to Organic Artisan Lab Corporation, or OALC. And today I'll be sharing with you another wonderful booster serum cream. And this one will have a little bit higher than the ones that I shared to you last time, 5%. So this one is 8% booster serum cream that actually my idea with this is to balance sebum excretion rate and minimize the appearance of enlarged pores, uneven skin tone, and wrinkles with our 8% niacinamide booster cream serum, which is perfect for all skin types and also good for, especially beneficial for those who have oily and acne prone skin. So this goes for everyone, all right? So the first thing that we will have to do is I'll show you. I've got all the ingredients with me here. I've got our phase A ingredients here and the phase B ingredients here. If you can see, I'm only using a very basic equipment, very basic materials. So I've got my, this is actually in place of distilled water. I'm using seaweed distillate or red algae pure water. So what I'm going to do is to combine all my phase A's. So here comes our liquid part. There's two of them. So I'm using, so in place of distilled water or the ionized water, you may use any distillate or pure organic water from any herbs or plants. So I've got two of them combined. And then I've got our supporting preservation system here. So I'm going to go ahead and place them together and allow it to dissolve. Okay, so that's basically sodium benzoate. You may actually use potassium sorbate in place of sodium benzoate, especially if you've got vitamin C on your serum. However, I don't like the smell of potassium sorbate. It's a little bit of like off or fishy smelling. So I'm just near to dissolving our sodium benzoate now. And I've got our Allantoin. Okay, this will give us this Allantoin will balance the irritation that might cause for others who has a little bit of sensitivity to high amount of niacinamide. Because as I mentioned, we're using 8% and more than 5%, as I mentioned on my video last time, more than 5% of niacinamide in any cosmetic or product will somehow, for others, very few others, will cause a little bit of irritations to them. Okay, so on my next video, I'll be discussing about allergens and irritations. They are not the same, guys. So I'll be discussing that on our module 3. But basically, on our comprehensive personal care formulation study program, we've finished module 7, but we skipped module 3. So I'm going to discuss that to them this week. All right, so there goes our Allantoin, which will give us an anti-irritant effect, will give us a really good skin conditioning properties and other good properties coming from Allantoin. So it's best to add or steer your Allantoin at cold phase or basically during emulsion phase, if in case you're creating a body lotion. So here, and because we're not going to have any warming, no heating required in this moisturizer serum. This is a cold process type of serum. So I'm adding it now, niacinamide, to dissolve. Okay. Then I'll steer our niacinamide niacinamide powder, 8%, bit by bit, to help with dissolving our active. So basically, if you combine vitamin A and niacinamide at 5%, you'll be able to create skin whitening, skin lightening effect. I basically really love using niacinamide. For one, it's practically cheap compared to other actives that we have available. And it's got really good skin lightening, blemish removal. It could make your pores smaller, and then it could help with fine lines and wrinkles, and a really good anti-aging effect on your on any product form, basically. So once you're ready with this, we'll go ahead and I'm just going to combine all our face beads together. So I've got our face beads here. I've got 2 humectants, glycerin and propanediol combined together. And our glycerin here. So this is more advanced than the ones that I gave for free last week. So here I'm using 2 natural humectants, propanediol and glycerin. By the way, I'm using organic vegetable glycerin here. Okay, I'm just gonna get a spatula. So I'll leave this for a bit. I'm just gonna get a spatula. However, I don't like this spatula given to me. So I've got one spatula here. I'm just going to proceed to just scrape the rest of the humectants. Okay. And then on the other one. Humectants, by the way, is what is going to help your actives to be delivered to where it needs to be. So, and then we've got our, instead of using xanthan gum, we're using a polymer here. And this polymer will help achieve the thickness that you require. And a really nice thickness and a really nice consistency to the serum. So you just need to disperse your polymer onto the humectants to help with dispersion later with your phase A. So these are phase B's we're talking about. So what I'm going to do after dispersion is I'm going to steer through with our phase A's and combine them, and then I would be needing to use an emulsifier, I mean not an emulsifier, but a homogenizer. So in place of a homogenizer, we will be using a stick blender. Okay. All right. So once if you're doing this or making this yourself, you'll see those bits of ingredient there, the polymer. So it's not properly dispersed yet until we use a homogenizer. Okay, so now I'm going to combine the 2, phase A and phase B. So we combine phase A with phase B with phase A. All right, then we'll use the whisk for now. try to combine them. Okay. Then after that, we'll go ahead and add in our phase Cs, or phase C ingredients. So one of the important ingredient on phase C is our, this is also a polymer and a thickener, an emulsifier at the same time. So this will create the cold process emulsion. And we call this Novimer EC2. Okay? The polymer that we used a while ago on phase B is what we call Avalure Flex 6. So this one is another synthetic emulsifier that gives a really good consistency to the cream and will not require any warming. So, okay, let me add this, combine this with, so you'll see the difference after addition of this emulsifier. Novimer EC2. So for those living here in the Philippines, based here in the Philippines, you'll probably ask me, where can you buy Novimer EC2? We have suppliers here. All you have to do is to message me after watching this video, and then I'll guide you on where you can purchase this ingredient, lovely ingredient. So this is what's going to create the emulsion that we need in this product. See that? It's starting to whiten and become cream. So I'll go ahead and continue with my dispersion. You basically may be able to use a whisk, however it will be easier. And you'll see the difference once you use your homogenizer. You'll see the big difference. Okay, we'll go ahead and add the rest of the other phases while doing this. Don't worry, I disinfected our table. So I'll go ahead and add in the rest of the other on phases. These are the oils in the formula. So I've got pretty low inputs of oils in the formula. Why do I need to have oils in the formula? This is because our skin needs lipids at the same time. Okay, so we need humectants, we need liquids, and we also need lipids in order for us to have good elasticity, skin elasticity. So I've combined 3 types of oils, lipids in this formula. So I've got, I basically have rosehip oil, sunflower, and evening primrose in this formula. So of course you may just use one type of oils. Because we're doing cold process, guys, if you notice, I just add in all the ingredients. It doesn't matter which one goes first on phase C's. So you may add any from our phase C's. So I'm trying to get those bits of emulsifier, Novimer EC2 gets dispersed onto our emulsion so that we will not waste those ingredients. Okay, so let me just scrape it for a bit. so that we don't waste those ingredients, those emulsifiers. So it's a combination of emulsifier. At the same time, it also serves as a supportive ingredient, thickener, emulsifier, skin conditioning, and a polymer in one ingredient. And you may create lovely lovely moisturizers out of these particular ingredient. Okay. All right. So now let's use our stick blender to blend. To rid of those bubbles, all you have to do is to use a spatula or just steer through like this. By the way, I have another wonderful ingredient in this formula. I've included an AHA, a special AHA ingredient in this formula. So this is, last time what I did is a vitamin A, vitamin B5, vitamin B3, and vitamin E natural skin booster serum. This time, what I did is a niacinamide and vitamin B5 plus an AHA in the formula. Alright, so let me just add the rest of the other faces. So what I just added is that's our special AHA ingredient. That's what I have added just now. And then we have our vitamin E, tocopherol. Let me scrape it because it's a little bit thick. Alright. Okay. Just scrape it from the spatula. Allow it to disperse onto our emulsion. Look at that. Nice creamy texture with a serum consistency. Okay, with the other ingredient. Okay, so I've got here our preservation system. Okay, this is my preservation system here. Okay, and this is my fragrance oil. So I didn't use any essential oil here. I'm using a naturally derived or plant-derived perfume. And then I've got here our okay, and another ingredient that I can't find, so let me just add this through. Okay, and we'll add our preservation system. Lastly, our fragrance. As I said, it doesn't matter which one goes first because this is cold process and there's no ingredient that requires to be added at room temperature or at below 40 degrees Celsius. So we'll just go ahead and combine them all together. Okay, so everything, all ingredients in. What we have to do now is to perfect emulsify this product. Okay, and let me try and scrape the rest of the emulsifiers from our whisk. I still have a lot here, that's why there's a lot more. Okay, let me just scrape them because this will affect the thickness and the consistency of our serum. See, there's a lot more here. So we've basically added everything. Okay, now what I have to do is to check the pH, make sure that it's between pH of 4.8 to 5.5. If it's higher than that, I need to go ahead and add and use our citric acid solution to, if it's higher than that, I will have to use citric acid solution drop by drop until I get the correct pH that we require for this product. So if I get like lower pH than 4.8, I will have to use a sodium hydroxide solution or tromethamine to bring up the pH to the required pH that we're looking for. Okay, let me just scrape this and go ahead and continue with our emulsion. Alright. Okay, there you go. I think I've got almost everything. And we'll go ahead and continue with the emulsion using our, because those beads of emulsifiers will still give me more thickness onto the serum so that I will have a really nice texture. Alright, I think we've got it. So to dissipate the bubbles, just continue stirring using a spatula or just like this, and then the bubbles will dissipate. Alright, let's go ahead and check our pH now. It's actually a nice fluidy type, the serum consistency type. It's nice, nicely textured. It's a little bit runny, which is good for a serum. Okay, let me just check our pH now. So we have our pH testing strips here. Just dip for 3 seconds and remove excess. And let's find out. Okay. Right, there you go. I'm not really sure if you will be able to see this, but I was able to get pH of 5. Perfect. Okay, so I don't need to add in any citric acid solution to it because it's already a perfect pH for me. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We now have this nice texture, runny, a little bit runny, but that's what we are aiming for. That's what we need. So I just need to stir through this. That way I'll dissipate all the bubbles. Thank you so much for watching. And how do you use this? Yes, of course. You may use this during daytime, but you wash your face and then use the serum. Wash your face and then use the serum to bring back the pH of your skin, and then allow it to absorb and dry, and then go ahead and use your your normal routine. If you need to use another cream that has an SPF, go ahead. You need that. That's actually basically because it's got AHA in the formula, so you basically need an SPF. Now you may also use this during nighttime where it's going to be best. Okay, use this daily for at least 12 weeks and see the big difference on your skin. Thank you so much. Have fun formulating. Bye.